Hey everybody, my name is Justin and welcome back to the BTR Garage. Today I'm going to be showing you how to test your glow plug relay on your 7.3 liter Powerstroke diesel engine. Now the glow plug relay on these trucks is responsible for sending power to the glow plugs in the engine. The glow plugs then heat up and provide enough heat inside the cylinders to ignite the mixture in the combustion chamber, therefore starting the truck. Now in my situation, my 2002 Ford F250 here has been having a hard time starting in colder weather. Usually what that means is you have a glow plug relay going bad or you have glow plugs going bad. So today we're going to start off by quickly testing the glow plug relay, which will tell us if that is going bad or if it is in good shape. If we know that is good, then we can go on to replacing the glow plugs. The glow plugs can wear out over time and go bad, and if they're not providing enough heat inside the cylinders, your engine is not going to start. The truck is going to have trouble starting in colder weather. Alright, so first things first, where is the glow plug relay on the 2002 Ford F250 Powerstroke? Taking a look in the engine bay. This little guy right down here with the 4 posts on it, that is our glow plug relay. There is another relay right in front of it. That is not the glow plug relay on this particular truck. So again, the relay is in the back there, kind of recessed in the center of the engine. Now the way that this relay works is that this side, this pole over here on the left where the wire attaches to, that is a constant 12 volt power source. And when you turn your key to the on position in the truck, where you get the wait to start light, or the little squiggly lines that says you're waiting for the glow plugs to heat up before starting the engine, what that's going to do when you switch that on, it's going to send power to that pole right there, and that one is going to distribute power to your glow plugs via the wires that are going out of it. Now the way that we'll test this thing is we'll take a voltmeter, ground it out to a nut on the side of the car somewhere, and then take the positive end. First stick it on this pole right here to make sure it is showing 12 volts. Then we're going to move the tester positive to this side. We should see 0 volts with the ignition in the truck off. Then we'll have somebody in the truck turn the ignition on so we get the wait to start light, or the light that shows up that says waiting for the glow plugs to heat up in your dash. Then we should see that one switch to 12.6 volts as well. If we don't see that one switch to 12.6 volts, then we know our relay is going bad. And if the relay is then going bad, we know which part to replace. If that thing is bad, we know it's not sending power to the glow plugs, and therefore we're going to have the hard starting. If the glow plug relay tests good, then we know we have likely a glow plug problem. All right, so we'll grab our voltmeter, set it to volts on the dial. We'll grab our little prongs, positive, negative, and we're going to test it on the battery. So we show 12.5, 12.6 volts, so we know the voltmeter is good. All right, so for the first test, we're gonna test the always on side of the relay, which is the one on the top there. We've got the ground wire grounded over here out of line of sight. We'll stick this one on there and we should get 12.5 to 12.6, so it's going back and forth. So we do have 12.6 volts going to the relay. Now we're going to test the other pole, the one that should not have any power to it right now because the ignition is off. So no power going to that one, as you can see. I keep slipping off of it. Okay, so no power on that one. Now we're going to go ahead and switch on the ignition and we should see power. Okay, switch it on. All right, so ignition is switched on. We should show 12.5 or 6 volts on this big guy here, but we don't, which probably means my glow plug relay is bad. So we do have power on the opposing side, that's always hot. We've got nothing on this side. As you can see, zeros showing up on the voltmeter. I should see 12.5 or so. Another way to test this is with a test light. So a test light just looks like this. It has a wire connected to the back of it, which you just clamp to any ground source on the truck and touch it to any powered terminal, and as you can see, it lights up if there's power. So that's the one on the left side in the back there of the glow plug relay. So that's the one that's always hot. It does have power. Our terminal on the other side that is supposed to send power to the glow plugs is completely dead. It didn't even show anything on the voltmeter for power. So I think we need to replace our glow plug relay. All right, so we've tested the glow plug relay successfully, both with the voltmeter and with the test light, and the glow plug relay failed that test. So that thing is bad. We got to go get another one and install it. We're going to do that now, show you how to replace the part. It's pretty easy and straightforward. Let's get to it. Before we take out the glow plug relay itself, we're going to want to disconnect our negative battery terminals on both our batteries. Once the batteries are disconnected, we can then head down to our relay and start removing the nuts on all of the posts, keeping track of which side they go on. And with our battery disconnected, we can start getting the relay bolts removed. This boot on mine is a little bit dried and crusty. You want a 1/2 inch socket to get the larger nuts off. Simply loosen them up. Wow, would you look at that? This could be a problem with my relay. That thing just totally ripped off of the relay. So no wonder it wasn't working. We'll go ahead and remove the smaller ones. These are 3/8 inch nuts, I believe. Once the wires are disconnected, we can remove the 2 little mounting bolts with a 10mm socket, it looks like on my truck. There's just 2 of them, one on the right-hand side there, one on the bottom. Now the relay should just slide up and out. Now, this is a problem. When your solenoid appears to have melted or something happened over time. I have no idea how old this one is in my truck, but obviously that pole, and that was the 12-volt hot side, that came off. So that is not good. This relay obviously fried and broke down over time. So we'll get the new one in there, and I do have to get the nut off of this one somehow still. So I'll work on that offline. All right, so I got the nuts off of the other terminal. We can grab our new relay, which I have right here, and I'll put links in the description again to new relays that you can use. You can also pick them up at a local automotive store. Most places will have them. This again is the old one that I just took off, which seemed to destroy itself when I was loosening that bolt. That's not what it should look like. It should look like that. So we're gonna go ahead and place the new relay onto the mounting pad, and there's only one way you can orient it, onto the mounting posts there. So we'll put it on there and drop our nuts into the middle of the engine. We'll grab that one in a second, but basically don't drop your nuts into the engine, and instead get them onto the posts and tighten them down. Now we can go ahead and start tightening those down so the relay is mounted solidly in place. And next we can place all of our terminals onto their appropriate posts. And the relay should come with a new set of hardware. So we have washers to place on there first, and then our nuts. Tie things down. All right, so all of the nuts on the relay are snug and in place. The relay is solidly mounted. Unfortunately, my little rubber boot here is kind of dried out and destroyed from old age, I am presuming, so I'll probably put a plastic cap on that terminal when I'm done. But now we can go ahead and plug our batteries back in on the front of the truck and then test it out. All right, so our batteries are reconnected. I have the voltmeter grounded on one side We'll go ahead and touch the pole on the left here, which should be 12 volts active all the time. There you can see on the voltmeter we have about 12.3 volts, which is good. And on the other side we should have nothing, as we do, so 0 volts on the other side, so that's the one that will activate when we turn the ignition to the on position. Okay, Caleb, switch it on. All right, ignition is on. You heard the relay click over, so we should have power on this side. Yes, we have power, 11.2 volts. So that is good. That means our relay is working. It's sending power from this side, which is still 11.3, over to this side, 11.34 as well. And that is sending power to our glow plugs. So the relay works. So that was a success. All right, now with the glow plug relay tested good, the only thing left to do is to test the truck, see if it starts. It's been cold outside and sitting for a few hours now, so this should be a good test to see if the truck starts up. I had a hard time starting it this morning, just getting it into the garage. I had to have it on the engine block heater for about an hour and a half or so before I could even get it started. So let's get in there and test it out. All right, we'll get key into the ignition here. Wait to start light is on. Wait to start light is out. I'm going to let it go for a few more seconds just to let the glow plugs heat up a little bit more. We'll give it a turn here and see what it does. It worked. Started on the first try. It hasn't done that in a while. So that is good news. So there we go, everybody. A successful glow plug relay replacement on my 2002 Ford F250 with the 7.3 liter Powerstroke diesel engine. This process should apply to most every Ford pickup truck with that 7.3 diesel engine. Pretty simple process, an inexpensive part to replace, around $50 or so. Again, you can pick them up at a local auto shop or the recommended parts that I like in the description down below. If you have any thoughts, comments, or questions on this particular process, please leave them down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Stick around for more good stuff coming up real soon. I am checking out of here, and we'll talk to you all next time.